Mike wins the majority of the time. Where would you stand on that side?
I would, I would have to agree with you. If they were to do it 100 times, I mean, you never know. I mean, the utmost respect for Royce Gracie. That man is tough as nails. But that's another thing. Even one of the reasons why we have so much respect for him, because he was fighting giants. But Mike is a different type of giant, and Mike outweighed him considerably. And then on top of it, Mike started off as a street fighter. So he's used to fighting in the streets. He's used to grappling. He's used to employing those type of tactics in a real brawl. He would even bring those into boxing later on. Started whizzing guys and trying to turn it into an armbar and hurt their and hyperextend them. So I think that some of those tactics were innate to him. On top of it, with that low center of gravity.
The street fighting element to Mike, allowable in the UFC, but yeah, he did have that street, I'm going to win by any means possible mentality. And I think his big downfall to Buster Douglas, which shocked the world, was he just didn't train. I mean, there's stories that he was in the hotel with female lady friends, and Buster Douglas was coming off his grandma had passed, something of that nature, and he had a lot more to fight for. So
he had a family member passed.
Outside of that, I mean, we won't never know what could have happened to Mike after the going to prison and whatnot, because Mike wasn't the same fighter when he got out.
Something that makes me think about is actually the similarities to is Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey has this game that no one was able. You could say what you would want to do with it. You could say, hey, she's a judo fighter. You got to control her hips. You got to use your leverage. You got to, you got to block the hips no matter what. You got to do this. She gets you in the scarf hold. You got to. There's techniques for that. Even though everybody could tell you what to do, no one was employing those techniques until one person came along, until Holly came along. Same thing with Mike Tyson. Everybody talked about the punch. You got to believe in your jab. You got to have that big heavyweight. You got to put it right down the middle, go right down. But once you felt that power, everyone said they knew the formula to beat Mike, but nobody was really ready to put it into place. Buster Douglas.
Iron Mike versus Royce Gracie in their prime, we both agree that Mike Tyson would have most likely been victorious in a hypothetical situation, which will never happen.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go against. It's hard to go against Royce, man. That's rough.
Right. I mean, Royce. I mean, he's a pioneer in the sport. He's done so much. Without him, or even the Gracie family, I mean, jiu-jitsu might not still be here mainstream in the United States.
He did not face anyone like Mike Tyson.